we're going to rotate those guys and play the best player. I mean, and we'll see. And I think Shedeur's come miles in terms of his progressions, getting the ball out, his understanding of concepts. I think he's really, really come a long way.
So Todd Monken has to navigate this quarterback room that combined for 16 touchdowns and 18 picks last season. That's a ratio that was 31st in the league. Cleveland last in the NFL in completion percentage and total QBR, as they had Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco combining to start for the Browns in 2025. But now, of course, they have Deshaun Watson back. He's healthy. He is actually extension eligible after this season, which is crazy to think about, and he's taking QB1 reps. Lewis, who should start for this team?
This should be a true competition, Hannah. That's what this should be. They should not have any predisposition, or rather, like any intention on having this be anything other than just a pure organic competition. And quite honestly, I think Deshaun Watson should come out of this as the winner. I really do. I think in terms of his youth, his improvement, how much upside he still has, I think that is going to be something that ultimately wins out. I mean, look, I was a Dylan Gabriel fan when he was at Oklahoma. I was a Dylan Gabriel fan when he was at Oregon. So I like him as well. I think he makes the roster. I think he winds up, if they keep 3 quarterbacks, being in contention for that. Taylor Green, the last guy on that screen, is someone you should not discount. He is a kid who has unique skills in terms of his body type. He's about 6'4", 6'5". He's 4'3" in the 40. He can throw the football a mile. He can run the football as well as any quarterback currently in the NFL with his elusiveness and his top-end speed. And look, Todd Monken has a history of working with guys like that, obviously, just coming from Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. I think this is a kind of really interesting type of situation. I really think it is. But I think Shedeur should come out as number 1.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting situation. And for a team that really can't go anywhere but up when it comes to the quarterback, I think Deshaun Watson is going to win this job. I think it's going to be amazing to me because for the last 2 years, we've done every show and we talked about how it was the worst contract maybe in professional sports. All that guaranteed money. Even the owner came out and said he probably missed on that one. And now you bring in Todd Monken, and I think it's going to be really, really interesting. Is Todd Monken going to go and start Deshaun Watson? I think he's going to win the job. I think he's the quarterback that can give them the best opportunity to win. And let's not forget, let's just play what if. What if Deshaun Watson turns the clock back to what he was in Houston?
Right.
Just what if. I'm not saying he's going to do it. But what if? That's all I'm saying.
Again, extension eligible too, right? And Todd Monken's coming in with fresh eyes here. One guy's not there, though,
Might be
Lewis.
pushing it there.
Yeah. Lewis, there's no Myles Garrett. He wasn't there yesterday or today. Does that concern you at all?
Yeah, it does, simply because, look, their defensive coordinator is a guy named Mike Rutenberg, who I've known for a long time. When we were back in Washington together, when he was really just a grunt. And he has ascended all the way now to being a defensive coordinator, following Jim Schwartz, one of the most respected coordinators in the game of football. And he's trying to really, win over these older vets and guys like Myles Garrett, who are one of the best players. Myles, one of the best players to ever put on a uniform in the NFL. And him not being there, I would just like for him to be there so this whole team can really gel on the defensive side of the ball with a guy who has never called defenses at any point in his career, let alone for a Cleveland football team that's trying now to find its footing.
Hey, he's one of the best defensive players in football. Defensive player of the year, missing an OTA. Yeah, you'd love him there, but I'm going to look the other way when he does show up.
Okay. I asked Aaron Donald.
With the stable of backs that they have, and Jaden Daniels is still the man. Let's not forget, this dude only didn't shine last year because he was hurt, not because he's not good. He will reestablish himself this year as one of the best in the NFL.
Yeah, and he and McLaurin were only able to play 3 games together last season, so let's not forget that. All right, moving on to L.A. Justin Herbert is getting more playmakers, and new Charger David Njoku has wasted no time speaking up and putting defenses on notice.
We can be destructive, you know what I mean? We have the tools, we have the keys, we have the players to do it all. So it's up to us to put it all together.
Bug, you got to love the hire of Mike McDaniel as the OC. What stands out to you the most about the upside of this offense?
Well, I think it's just that, Hannah. It's Mike McDaniel. Let's understand who he is. We all give him credit when he went down to Miami. Let's know what he was before he got to Miami. He was the run game coordinator out in San Francisco, so they're going to run the football. I get what David Njoku's talking about, but I think the happiest guy has to be Omarion Hampton, because the way Mike McDaniel can create lanes in the running game, they're going to be a physical football team. I think they're going to use Justin Herbert's legs just a little bit, and if they can get Quentin Johnston.
Earlier today, who his favorite defensive.
Happy tastes good.
New on SportsCenter, the Las Vegas Raiders are on the field for off-season team activities. Lots of changes in Vegas, including a new coach in Clint Kubiak, the top pick in the draft, Fernando Mendoza, his mentor Kirk Cousins, and the return of Max Crosby after a failed trade. Our Raiders reporter Ryan McFadden is live in Henderson, Nevada. Ryan, you were just at practice. What can you tell us about how Vegas is splitting up the QB reps between Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, Jay, even though Fernando Mendoza is the first overall pick, the Raiders are showing nothing is guaranteed. When the Raiders started practice day, on one field it was Kirk Cousins and Aiden O'Connell, and another field it was Fernando Mendoza working with the rookies. And as we continue during practice, when we get into team drills such as 11-on-11 and 7-on-7s, Kirk Cousins will get in most of the reps with the first team, followed by Aiden O'Connell and Fernando Mendoza. Now, the expectation is that Kirk Cousins will start the season at quarterback, even though the Raiders said the best player will ultimately play after a long battle during training camp.
All right, Ryan McFadden with the very latest from Henderson, Nevada, Raiders camp. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you.
Parents that I coached with, we really try to emphasize that we're out here to be together and make it clear that every single person on the team is integral to the success of the team. Make them feel important. That's your job as a coach. I think when kids feel like they're picking up something new and getting better at it around their friends, they want to keep coming back. They want to be at practice every day. And to me, that's the joy of sports, making lifelong memories and friendships.
Take Back Sports. It's a youth sports initiative led by ESPN and powered by Disney, designed to get and to keep kids playing sports. And to that end, we're joined by future Hall of Famer, Rams legend Aaron Donald on SportsCenter, an official ambassador for Take Back Sports. And it is so great to see you. Love the hat, your AD99 Foundation. There you go, representing. I know you host football camps, right, in Pittsburgh and Los Angeles. What's a primary message that you give to kids?
Well, anytime you're working with kids, you want them to understand
football effectively. I believe with the
hold on to the football a little while longer, and Ladd McConkey, this offense could be really explosive. Mike McDaniel, I think, is going to go back to his roots, which is creativity in the run game and explosive plays in the pass game.
How about protecting that quarterback, though, Bug? He was